I be so sick of you niggas that contradicting. I be so bold myself, can you come and fuck me? I feel so ordinary, said when you around me. Treat me like corduroy, baby, I'm arguments, you air me out. Tripping about your word.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Tyrene and I'm back with another video for y'all. Before we get into it, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and make sure you turn on that post notification bell so you know the next time I post. So y'all, today's video is me just talking about what it is, what it's like being a travel ultrasound tech and why I started. And I'm gonna touch base on the pay, like locations or places you can go when traveling, and housing and other things that this whole thing kind of includes. So first, I'm gonna just start off talking about like why I started traveling, and just go off of that and tell you guys about my experience so far and give you guys just some background knowledge about it if you know y'all want to know. So I started traveling like a little over a year ago. So last September I started traveling, and as most of y'all may know if you've been watching, I got my first job in Florida, where I'm from, and it was a great job. I love the management, I love my co-workers, I loved everybody there. I love the area. Of course, it's a college town, so I love like how busy it was, and I sure did learn a lot at the hospital. I learned so much, and I miss it, y'all. I for sure miss it. I miss my manager for sure. I miss all my co-workers. We still, you know, stay in touch and we still talk from time to time. But anyway, so I started traveling a little over a year ago, and when I first started at the job in Florida, I was making like what, starting off $24.98, which is very, very low. Like, this is super low. Like, any other place I even been to besides there is way higher than that. Even like starting off new grad, like it's very, very low. Even the other hospital that's there, that wasn't too far from the hospital I worked at, was even less than that. I think they started off at 22, which is horrible for an ultrasound tech. So I started off at $24.98, and then over like the course of a year that I was there, I think I was up at like, I was making like $27.50, I think, not even 28 yet. So that was still pretty low. Like, even like the PRNs that, you know, start, I think they made more than us, just because, you know, they're PRN, and PRNs usually make more because they don't get benefits and blah blah blah. But yeah, they made more than the regular people, so the pay was not great. I made, you know, I made ends meet with it or whatever. Like, it wasn't horrible. I still, you know, stuck it out with it. But I'm like, okay, this is good for, kind of good, not great for starting off, but I'm gonna have to work with it because I loved who I worked with. And, you know, if you love a place, you're gonna just stick it out and, you know, do what you gotta do. But after a year went by, I like, before I even started traveling, I had said like months before that, I'm like, man, you know, I need to, like, if I'm gonna travel and like make some good money, I need to do it now, because I have no kids, and I had just broken up with my ex and got out of a relationship. So I'm like, this is the perfect time for me to start traveling and get on the ball. You know, I have no kids, I better do it while I can, because the opportunity will not come again. You know, you never know what might happen. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna start looking into recruiters. I'm gonna start looking into stuff to see where I go. And y'all, I did not know how quick the process was. Like, for this whole traveling thing, I had no idea how quick the crap was gonna like roll. Like, I'm like, what? So I end up like reaching out to a recruiter. I'm on this group on Facebook. It's called Sonographers Do It in the Dark. So they usually post like recruiters on there, or the traveling sonographer page as well. They post like recruiters. They post like recommendations, like, hey, if you ever want to work with this certain agency, make sure you do get this recruiter with this agency. Like, they just basically post reviews about stuff like that. So I'm like, oh crap. So I end up reaching out to this one girl I saw, and my first company I was with, they're called AMN Med Travelers. That's my first agency I got my first contract through, and I was like, you know, cool, whatever. So I end up getting a contract in North Dakota for my first assignment, y'all. North Dakota. I went to North Dakota. The town was called Minot. I went there, and it was a good experience for my first travel contract or whatever, but I'm like, never doing this again. So I went in the dead, like when winter was starting, and that was last September, and I was there through December of last year. So I was there through the beginning, and it was not even over with, because I think they have like 9 months of winter. So Y'all, it was insane. But anyway, I went there and it was cool. Got through it, and my pay for there was the lowest I've been paid at any contract yet. I think I was getting paid what, $1,900 every week. And yes, y'all, you do get paid every week when you're doing contract work. So it's kind of like sort of kind of like a truck driver, if you have your CDLs or whatever. But I was getting paid like $1,900, which is very, very low. Like, and of course I had to do it just to get my foot in the door. So I took it, but it was a good experience, and I got me some experience under my belt, and you know, I don't regret it at all. But I'm like, never again will I go to a northern state like that in like the start of winter. There's no way I could do it again. But yeah, so the pay was not as great. And then that was done. So then my next contract was in Missouri, and that was like my favorite contract ever, y'all. I went to St. Louis, I did the aquarium, blah blah blah. Like, it was great. My coworkers were great, the management was awesome at the University Hospital. And I worked in Columbia, Missouri, where the University of Wisconsin is, and that's where Mizzou plays, the Missouri Tigers. And it was such a great, like, it reminded me of home because it was such a college town, and I loved it there, and I'm definitely want to go back. Like, I loved it there, y'all. But yeah, so the pay there was like my best pay. Like, I was getting paid a lot. And y'all, with travel work, you can get paid up to like $100K a year, depending on if you're like what specialty you're doing. If you're doing OB, maternal fetal medicine, if you're doing vascular, or if you're just doing general, whatever. If you find a great gig that's like $3,000 a week, that's, yeah, or more, that's really, really good. But yeah, you can make up to $100K a year, and I was getting paid what, pretty good. Like, you know, I would just say roughly $10K a month. So, and I was there 6 months. I loved it. I extended my contract. And housing wise, so you can pick your housing, or you can have your recruiter do it for you. They'll find housing for you if that's more easier for you. But I always picked my housing. I use Furnish Finders, and I go on there and I see who's renting out a room in their place, or who's renting out, you know, a house, and I go from there, because I want to feel like I'm at home. Whatever place I go to, I want to feel like I'm at home. I'm comfortable going in and out, and I'm just comfortable moving around like in my own little space, you know. I always make sure. And you do get benefits. You do get benefits with traveling. You just tell your recruiter or opt in for them. You can, it's totally up to you. You don't have to, or you can just save more, or you don't have to if you want to save more money, or you can if, you know, you want. But yeah, so they pick the housing for you. And each place I've been to in North Dakota, I was unfortunately in a suite, like it had like a kitchenette and everything, and it wasn't the greatest. Like, I'm like, okay, you always learn your lesson the first time around, and you're like, okay, not doing this again. So in Missouri, I got a beautiful house. I was in like a nice house that had a basement. I had the whole basement to myself. It was like 2 bed, 2 bath, and it was beautiful, y'all. It was like gorgeous, and I definitely miss it. And now here in Wisconsin, I'm in a house as well, and I'm sharing it with a girl. She's renting out one of her rooms, so I'm in the room, and then I got my own bathroom. She has her own bathroom, so it's been great. And now I'm here in the basement, as you guys may know. But yeah, so you can pick your housing, or they'll pick it for you. Location wise, so it all depends on where you want to go, what area you want to be in. And some people are open to anything. Like, for example, I know a traveler that I met in North Dakota. She's now in the Virgin Islands, because that's where she picked to go. I mean, you can go to Hawaii, you can go to Alaska, you can go to Arizona, you can go all across the world if you want. But it's totally up to you. If you want to, if they're paying pretty good, great. Some places you're like, okay, it's not worth it. Like California, they're paying very good, but California is very expensive, and some places aren't paying very well, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna pass up on that, because you're gonna be spending most of your money on rent, and also food and transportation if you have a car or not. And you're like, man, is this even worth it, you know? Car situation, since I just brought up the car thing, so they can also, if your agency can get you a rental car if you don't want to bring your car with you. That's what I did when I went to North Dakota, because I could not bring my little Kia Forte all the way to North Dakota, and it's snowing like that. I would have got stuck multiple times. So I had to get a rental car, all-wheel drive. It was like a Ford EcoSport or something like that. And it was a pretty cool car, but I spun out about 2 to 3 times in it because of black ice, and it was so scary, y'all. But yeah, you can either bring your vehicle or they can get you a rental for you, but it'll be coming out of your check every week. So that's something else you'll have to pay for. And I think I was paying probably, I think I calculated it like $700 a month for the rental when I was in North Dakota, and I'm like, okay, no. So now I got my own vehicle. I actually drove from Florida to Missouri so I can have a vehicle in Missouri, which is my following assignment after North Dakota. And I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna just bring my car. I'm just trying to save as much as I can, and I definitely did save a lot, y'all. I saved up so much. But yeah, so traveling has been great, y'all. Like, it's been great. It's just allowed me to like explore and just open up so many opportunities for me to just see different places, and it's just been great. I've met so many people along the way, great people. I still talk to some coworkers in Missouri, and they are the greatest. Like, and the people even here, they're cool. They're very, you know, like welcoming, and everybody's always nice. But y'all, like, traveling is very fun. If you guys have any more questions, just let me know, and I'm open to answer anything and everything. But yes, so traveling has been great, the pay has been great, and it's allowed me to do so much, y'all. I'm paying for school, I've got a new car, and once you know, you're able to get your hands on it and do it and get the experience, if you're able to get out there and travel with whatever job you have in the health care field or whatever, in medical, take the opportunity because it's fun. You get to see so much. It's definitely worth it. And I just wanted to give you guys, you know, a little rundown and a little info about traveling and what it's been like for me. I do plan on traveling a couple more years. I'm gonna, of course, finish school. I finished school in about a year, so I'm definitely gonna keep traveling after I graduate and see what I want to do, and definitely save up to get me a house and do other things. But yeah, guys, I hope you guys, you know, enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to comment down below questions or things you want to know, or what you want to see next. I got some good content coming for you guys within the next couple of weeks, and I just hope you guys, you know, enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.